Thank you very much for the video response. I think it's quite an honor for for someone to respond with a video particularly. And I am like you. I'm very new in this thing. Actually, you're kind of ahead of me. I'm pretty new in this. I just started. And you're the guy that motivated me to do this sort of thing. So at any rate, I just wanna kind of touch on the main highlights, the main points that you kind of made. There's some points that I kind of want to clarify or something like that, and then from there, hopefully the next video we can actually do other stuff. I mean, I noticed that you're a musician. That's quite impressive, man. I'm a musician as well, so I play a keyboard, a synthesizer, and I have a drum machine, a Roland drum machine, and I have African instruments, that sort of stuff. I have this as well, this, African instrument, this sort of thing, Anyway, so just giving you an idea of the kind of stuff I have, that sort of thing, So, if music be the fruit of love, play on. So, we could kind of do some of this stuff, another time. Anyways. So, just back to the points here. So, you mentioned a couple of points, of course. Like, for example, symbols being hijacked, diversity of sources, meaning that, diversity of sources lend credibility. You talked about moderates, the need for moderates, Confederate flag, for some people it's not a symbol of racism, and also talked, of course, credible argument based on a variety of sources, is more credible, that kind of stuff. And you also said that low threshold of credibility is healthy. And then actually factual accuracy is not crucial as long as people or news organizations are making a consistent effort to present events. And then also you mentioned that I actually rejected time as a credible source. So I just want to kind of reply to some of these points, and then from there we can kind of move on to other things. Well, on the aspect of hijacking of symbols. I think the question of hijacked symbols is an interesting one, and probably applies to the Confederate flag. Since the designer of the flag, William Miles, was a secessionist himself, so we could say that the symbolism behind the Confederate flag was to secede from the rest of the country. I should also point out that quite a large number of the Southerners are of Irish and Scottish descent. Or heritage, so the Confederate flag appeals to both peoples because St. Andrew's remains were taken to Scotland, and they were actually brought there by an Irish monk. So it makes sense that this would appeal to them, and of course even though of course William Miles himself pointed out, the guy who designed the Confederate flag, that he designed it without any intention for religious symbolism of anything, right? So that's what he said, and of course we do know that that is not the flag that was officially designed. There was another flag, what's called Stars of Bars or something like that. That's a flag that was officially adopted. Of course, he was in that committee that was making the flags. But it is his flag that was never officially adopted that actually became a popular flag, right? And I guess part of the reason is because this flag was distinct, so during the Civil War it was quite distinct, so soldiers were not confused as to what flag is this, that sort of stuff, Anyways, so then so we can then say that part of the movement towards secession has to do with self-determination of the people in the South, right? The problem, of course, is that the South was a slavery economy. So the economy was based on slavery, which was a very cruel, inhuman thing. So it really kind of took away the credible argument that their secession had nothing to do with trying to protect this slave economy, you know. So, anyways, by the way, I have great respect for the Irish people. As a matter of fact, I'm working on a documentary right now which include Irish people in Canada. So, and I also have great friends from the Scottish community as well. You know, they were killed and play beautiful music with bagpipes. So I should also mention that in South Africa there is an ethnic group in the province of Limpopo that actually wears a kilt, which is similar to the Scottish kilt. It's quite interesting. So we can see that, you know, we are all humans after all. We are connected in one way or another. So